Well, welcome back. We are continuing going through some questions and answers, and right now we're in the middle of an application where we're doing a URL shortener. And we have gotten an API put together, but we're looking at testing an API. And really what we're going to focus on this time is what's a great way to test an API call? And the answer is actually going to be PostMan. So we're going to talk about how do I download PostMan. So we're going to go out here and let's just do download PostMan. So you can see it. You can get started for free. They do have some paid stuff, but it's basically, if you look at it, it's around, you get a basic, you can actually get to team up. The free version is just basically go sign up and you're ready to go, which is what you're going to see here. There's some other stuff you can do. But if you go back here, whoops, I guess it went all the way back. We're going to come in here. You can download. It's going to tell you whatever you are. So for mine, I've got a Mac. It's going to say, hey, download it. I'm not going to worry about that right now because I've already downloaded it. And I have it firing. So what I have is I have my API running. And I'm going to come, oops, that's not the one I wanted. Here we go. And so this is what PostMan looks like. When you run, you're going to have, it's going to probably come up like this the first time, is talk about your workspace. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to come in and you're going to have a series of, you're going to create a new one, is you're going to create a call. And if you remember what we were working on last time is we had this curl thing we were calling, and we were calling this sort of complex URL. Now we can take that and we can actually run it right here. And we can run it with an HTTP or not. And if we send it, boom. This is the results that we get down here. That's the prettied version. Here's the raw version. Not a whole lot. And there's a lot you can do. But if you see, the nice thing about this is when we went and pasted our curl call in, it said, here's what the query is, but also here's the parameters. So I could come in here and I could change parameters. You'll see it changing up at the top. If I do that, send it, I get a result back. And this is a get. If I change that to a post, not implemented yet. So it's real easy to wheel and deal our way through calls. And so this is PostMan's an awesome way to do that. Now, if you wanted to do so this is our get. Let's do something a little more complicated because we're working on our API calls. So let's do a post and actually put some data into it. So we're going to create a new one here. And we're going to just paste our little thing again. By the way, a nice thing is based on this, if I wanted to see what the curl call is, boom, that's what the curl call is. I can see that exact same thing. But I could also do it if I wanted to see like using it in PHP, or if I want to see my code in Python. Let's do requests. So I could write this little script that is going to do the exact same call. And it's copy and paste. So if I come in here and I'm going to create a new file and I'm just going to call it test.py. And I go paste that. Look, and you notice here, it's hard coded. So now if I come over here and put that into Shorty, and then I do Python 3, what did I call it, test? Boom. I just made that call in. That's how fast, and that's one of the big values of PostMan is you can come in and you can do a lot of work with your API, and then if you want to come back and say, how would I do that in whatever language? How would I do that in using a wget? How would I do that using Ruby? And it gives you a lot. How would I do an HTTP? Boom. So PostMan is a very powerful tool when we want to start working on our API. Now, what we had before, we did a get and a post. So I'm going to have two different calls I'm going to work from. So if you remember, I do my post and it's not implemented. So let's flip back over to our actual API. Now what we want to do is we're going to do something with our post. Now one of the things we want to do is we want to try to get the values that come out of it. So let's do we're going to do it most simply like this, is we're going to look at the request itself. Whoop. So now, oh, and we need to do it here. And, oh, and it's going to return it. So now if we run it and we do our post, then that's basically what it gets us. Now let's go into our body and let's add form data. And we're going to add a, because this is going to go back and look at our, let's go look at our shorty. Shorty needs, when we do give me a URL, then all it needs is the actual URL. So we're just going to do it from the create. We're going to say same thing. So we're going to do URL, and let's do, let's just pick one. So let's try this thing. So it's going to be this big long thing. And now if we send it, and we're posting that, and then it's not really giving us much out of that, but what we do want is we want to be able to get the body out of that. Now if we go back to our Flask stuff, is we do have a form that we can work with. Now you can send like a, see like APIs with JSON. And so you can come in here, and I think you need a, oh, you may not need a JSON. So I may be able to do to JSON. So let's change that. Let's go here. And let's go to our API. Let's close, oh, cancel this. Let's see if I just do to underscore JSON. I don't think it's that simple. I think it doesn't recognize it, but we're going to find out in a second. Whatever it does there. So now, let's look at our two. Before we got this, because that was off of the get. There we go. That's the pretty. Here's the raw. Oh, because we did something we didn't get. There you go. So the return value. Oh, I'm going to do this. I want to save that. Come here. Come back over here. Now let's see if that works. Boom. Okay, so we got raw. Didn't really do a whole lot with us, but we're going to do that anyways. If we run this, there we go. There we go. Okay, so let's go back over to here. One of the things we wanted to do is over here, we want to post. So we have that. Oh, it is. It's form. Okay. Too many things. So now if we do that, there we go. Mutable dictionary or multiple dictionary. So now we have a URL. So now, if we do just form, I think we can do it this way because we did it lowercase. If we come in here, boom, we've got that. So now what we can do is we can take, if we do import shorty, except for what we're going to do is we're going to do shortener. So let's try that. We're going to sort of hook this together. So from shorty, import, I think it's shortener. Yeah, shortener. And then here, short, let's do S equals shortener. Actually, let's look at it here. We'll just do it right here. Where did we do? Yeah. Oh, so, well, that's what we did before. So then we're going to do, we're going to take that, shortener. I should probably do that right. So you got that. So now I'm going to do this. take the URL itself and then return value equals, did we, I think we had, oh, this could be new URL equals that. I'm going to do your new URL is going to be plus new URL. And let's see what that does. Whoop. Oh, we can't do that because now that does this thing. We don't want that. This needs to be cleaned up because now when we import it, it tries to run it. We don't want to do that. So now if it runs and we post, your new URL is going to be short and it's going to be a 0 because I think we didn't hook it up anything, did we? Shorty, oh yeah, it's just worked off the counter. But if we do it again, I think it's going to give us a number 1. Oh no, because it's within the class itself, and we're not keeping it up at a higher level, so it's going to just every time it's going to generate this, which is fine by us. Here you would keep that same class. What you'd have to do with the API is you'd have to actually do it. If we do it like this, and we have S as our shortener, and then we break it here. Let's go back and run it. Then I think now what we will see is if we send it to C1, 2, again, 3. So now we're keeping that shortener there, which is probably what we'd want to do anyways. But we have now put this together, and we have a real cool way to easily grab that stuff. If we come in here, our get, then of course we've got that. We can test that at any time. If we wanted to do something with it, we could take same shorty, and we're going to do, what was that, navigate? Yeah, so we're going to do navigate. It's just going to look like this. It's going to be s.navigate, whatever our URL is. And so suddenly we're going to have something that's looking, so that's a post. If it's a get, then what I want to do is I can probably do that. So that's what you sent, and then, oh, that's still going to be result because result is going to be equal to this. So now, let's see, let's pull this up. Now this will only run as long as we're going. So what we'll do is if we come in here and we post this big long thing, so that means if we send it 0, that's our new URL. So if we send that back in from a get, we should get this nasty thing. And so this is our value. Whoop. I'm going to change that over. If we do a get, boom, we have a working API. And this is a great way you can go back and forth and very easily do your testing. You can change up your, let's see, where'd that go? If I go here to my post, and I can even save the name. I mean, this, I don't want to get too crazy on this, but if I come in here, wait, is that what I want? Where? Oh. It doesn't want me to. Comment mode. Okay. There's a way to do this. I forget how. Anyways. Oh, maybe it's if I save. There we go. So I'm going to save. This is going to be a shorty get. And I don't really need anything. So there. Oh, I didn't really want to put that there, but okay. Well, we'll do that anyways. That's, oop. This actually needs to be shorty post. And then I can go here, and I'm going to save that. And it's going to be shorty get. New folder. Let's do shorty. Save. So now here, and I think I can just take that and put that there. So there we go. So I have this, and this is a nice way that I can work from this. I can have a get, a post. We can do some other stuff that we want to do with it, but that's some basic things you can jump into with Postman. And I would say that counts us as, that counts us as far as being able to test an API call and where do we download Postman. And so we're going to play around with some of this other stuff. We have actually answered a few other questions along the way, but that's okay. We're going to continue to look at a few of these as we go. So that being said, I'll let you get back to your day. Hope you have a good one, and we will talk to you next time.
Well, hello, this is Rob with Developreneur, also known as Building Better Developers. Wanted to announce that we have school.developreneur.com. Feel free to check it out if you like any of this information, any of the content that we've sent, and you would like to see more. You can come out, you can enroll for free. We have free courses. We've got places for you to get better at just learning a technology, our how-tos. You can work on your business skills. We can help you with becoming a better developer, as in coding and things like that. A lot of the stuff you've seen on YouTube, we also have out at school.developreneur. We just have it in a little more of a educational format and a way for you to track your progress as you move forward becoming a better developer.